You get a new car. It gives you a little thrill just to think about it. I have a new car. But after a while, the thrill wears off. There's a bumper sticker reads, I went from wine, women, and song to beer, the old lady, and television. Tonight, we're going to open up one of the most important and powerful dynamics that determine why people do what they do, why you may be doing what you're doing, and why you may not be doing what you're not doing, or why you're doing what you know you shouldn't be doing and you're not doing what you know you should. And how to use this principle to turn the whole thing around. That you'll actually be doing what you know you're to do in God, stop doing what you've been trying, you want to stop doing. Change your actions, change your life. Psalm 137. You'll have to find the verse here. May my tongue cling to the roof of my mouth if I do not remember you, if I do not lift up Jerusalem above my chief joy. Now, this may seem to have nothing to do with anything that I just said, but it does. I want you to remember that verse because there's something very striking about it. If I do not make Jerusalem my chief joy, or greater than my chief joy, what is strange about that? When you think about things that are your joy, you usually don't think about a city. You don't say, I'm going to make Paramus my chief joy. I'm going to make Hoboken my chief joy. Of course, it's Jerusalem, but still, you don't. That's the very thing that's going to show you a secret, a key, the very concept of making my chief joy that you'll see as we open this up. Tonight we're going to talk about joy, pleasure, but also, more importantly, what we do with our lives. The Declaration of Independence starts out it says, the most famous words, God endowed us with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And yet, is the pursuit of happiness the way to live your life? Proverbs 21:17 says, he who loves pleasure, or in Hebrew, simcha, or joy, shall be a poor man. Whoever loves wine and oil will never be rich. Okay, what it's saying is, if you live your life seeking after pleasure, that is not the way to live. In the end, it won't bring you what you're seeking for. It'll actually leave you empty. The more you seek for pleasure, the more empty and lack of pleasure you're going to have at the end of your life. It's like trying to catch a snowflake. It disappears when you get it. Or you go to, let's say, you go to an amusement park and you get amused. Some thrills, But if you stay there every day, the thrill will be gone. You'll want to get out of there. You get a new car. It gives you a little thrill just to think about it. I have a new car. But after a while, the thrill wears off. There's a bumper sticker reads, I went from wine, women, and song to beer, the old lady, and television. I was just looking at the story of a celebrity, in love. I'm looking at these pictures announcing their marriage. The two people, they look like they're in love. It was the third marriage for the actor. But when I saw another article, I didn't know, and it said it was more recent. It said after 1 year of marriage, they're suing for divorce. People seek for pleasure in things or joy and fulfillment, things that can't give it to them. There are people who seek it in money. They become rich, gives them a thrill at the beginning, but the world is filled with miserable rich people. People win a lottery. Yeah, they have a thrill for a certain period of time, and then it's gone. In the book of, Vladimir Putin, he's got billions of personal money. Does he look happy? No. The book of Ecclesiastes says, I sought fulfillment, I'm paraphrasing, in all these things, in this, but in the end, it was all vanity, empty. We seek happiness in things. I remember when I was a boy, when Super Bowls first came out, and they were called Wonder Ball. It was a thing called there. And my heart was on it. I wished for it. I dreamed of it. Happiness was a Super Bowl. Just waiting for my father to get it for me. Finally, I got it, and it was good. But that was about it. Lasted a week and, had its ups and downs, and that was it. I remember I got a new refrigerator once, and the old one broke. Got a new refrigerator, and I realized I'm happy because of the refrigerator. I'm thinking about the refrigerator. My eyes are, I'm saying, wait a minute, I'm having a relationship with a refrigerator. And after a while, well, there was a chill in the relationship. That was it. People seek happiness in substances, alcohol, drugs. They go right from substance to pleasure. It's like, because that's like the direct way you're getting pleasure. It's going to your brain. It's going right. But over time, you become miserable. Actually burns out your brain for pleasure. So people look obviously for sexual pleasure as an end in itself, as opposed to marriage and love and all that. It doesn't leave you with any fulfillment at the end. That's why, see, people become addicted because they're going by pleasure. And the other side of the coin is this: the people who seek to live to avoid any pain, any conflict, and they become addicted to painkillers. The ancient hedonists, they would indulge themselves with all kinds of stimulation. They'd eat, they'd make them throw up so they get more. They were miserable. Why did the gospel spread so quickly through the Roman Empire? Because it was so empty, so bankrupt, so that when they had the gospel, it was so much like light, because it was. Much of modern culture is based on this principle. Modern American culture about instant gratification, to indulge right away. Advertisements are based on that because they know how to push your buttons. Fast food, I want it. Fast food, and I want it now because I'm hungry. I can't wait. So now we have to have drive-thrus because the fast food is not fast enough, so I don't even want to get out of my car. Instant gratification. The economy runs on that. Commercials to say, hey, indulge this, indulge that, but it doesn't give you joy. Believers who are affected by it too. We have this principle in modern Christianity. Churches do studies to see what's going to give people pleasure. What part did they not like? What part this? Rather than what's the truth? What should I preach about? I shouldn't preach about this because it doesn't give pleasure. So instead of truth, you get pleasure. You get pleasure that doesn't give you anything, and you end up being miserable because you have no gospel in that. Because the gospel is truth. So we have this culture in Christianity based on feeling. How does it make you feel? Sometimes this gets mixed up as God doing something. It's God. It's charismatic. It's God. A faith that's based on emotion. Something that I want, but I say it's God doing this, or I felt a leading, but it's me too. God can lead, but so much when you're going by feeling, it's hard to know what God is. We have the word emotion. Emotion has the word motion in it. Because, reality, your well-being cannot be based on something that changes. It's got to be based on what doesn't change, God. When you mistake, God is leading me to marry this person, probably it's you. It could be God. Chances are, most of the time when people say it's you and you put God on the front of your desire. Believers go from they can go from one up and down. It's a spiritual, it's on the clouds and down. That's not the way we're supposed to live. The Bible doesn't say we go from emotion to emotion. It says we go from glory to glory. That's very different. The Bible doesn't say you will feel the truth. It says you will know the truth. That's different. It means sometimes you may feel it, sometimes you don't, but I know it. That's what's going to set you free. Hi, I'm Jonathan Cahn, and I hope you were blessed with the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Feel free to share your reactions with your comments and how you were blessed, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.